Oh my god, we're having so much fun in the car. Hi everybody, this is Miss Socrein coming to you. I'm on my way to go and do a live interview with a very well-known artist. I'm not gonna mention who it is. Just keep on watching my vlog, keep on, subscribe to my Facebook, subscribe to CL Frequency, and then you're gonna find out the ins and the outs. So if you want to be in, then you gotta subscribe. If you want to be out, that's not the best decision to make. So, like I told you in my promo, I'm gonna take you upon this journey, and the journey is actually starting. So stay tuned for more update, exclusive interviews, behind the scenes, lifestyle, healthy lifestyle. Like I promised you, we're gonna be having some bomb dropping programs coming your way, and your host, I am taking you by the hand and taking you with all of us on this exciting journey. And now you're probably thinking, okay, who is us? Stay tuned, because I'm not giving you the scoops in my vlog. I'm gonna give you the scoops on my channel
Over
and
3
on
kilometer volg de 2 rechterrijstroken bij het knooppunt 7 Amsterdam Slotervaart, knooppunt de Nieuwe Meer op het worden E22 richting Amsterdam.
Alright, so this is kind of, I think, like the first scoop I have for you. Miss Socrein is going on location. Yes, the weather was too nice to be outside in the studio. And so me and my production team, we're just heading to the park. And we're gonna meet our artist right there, in a beautiful sun setting, in a park, just having a nice conversation. And letting you guys know all the ins and out about, is it a him or is it a her? I know, and you're just about to find out. See you on the other side of the camera. Well, this was my first interview on location. It was too nice of a weather to be in the studio and everything, so it was a great time. If you want to know what's up, who I was interviewing, who I met, then subscribe to my channel and subscribe to CL Frequency, and then you'll know everything about the ins and the outs, and the behind the scenes, all the exclusive right here with Miss Socrein. And I'm wearing my These Luxury shirt. I am feeling the shirt from These Luxury, and I'm like, yay! And I'm still young, forever 25. So for right now, it's goodbye. See you next time. Stay tuned and stay updated. Bye. All right. It's another beautiful day in Amsterdam. The weather is nice. It's not that hot. And I think people are finally cooling down, because everybody was complaining that the weather was so hot and the whole blah blah blah. What are you doing? Yeah, this is me behind the wheels. I'm kind of like the rules. If it's my turn to go, then it's my turn to go, not your turn. But anyhow, on my way to a meeting, and we are strategizing a lot of things for you. So please, I almost want to say, I want to urge you to go and follow CL Frequency, because man, something is cooking in the background and it's about to burst. When you have this pot on the stove and it gets too hot, and then like the whole lid jumps out off of the pan? That's what is about to happen. So we're cooking something up in the kitchen. If you want to know what it is, stay tuned. I am not gonna give you the exclusives right here. The exclusives are gonna be on CL Frequency, but I'm taking you behind the scenes, and maybe you'll see a thing or two. But for now, it's ciao. Well. So it's another beautiful day in Zamunda. And I'm on my way now to meet my manager, and we're going to be filming some footage for the making of Miss Socrein. So stay tuned. I cannot describe how nervous I am. I've been like vlogging in my personal life ever since the quarantine started here in the Netherlands. And I just started a vlog, just to pass time and just to entertain people. And but now, I'm taking this vlogging to a whole nother level, and I am so nervous. And just beside that, it's like now, like the making of Miss Socrein is being produced by this company, Infusion Productions, and that's my company. So like I'm the director, I'm the producer. I made the script, talking and thinking about setting, and I am so very nervous. But it's going to be awesome because I have a great coach. I have a wonderful manager, and he guides me through it. And so we'll see what's going to happen. So stay tuned for more behind the scene footage of the making of Miss Socrein. Oh yeah, I totally forgot to introduce her, but she kind of introduced herself. This is my mini-me. Say hi, followers.
Hi, followers.
What's your name?
Esperanza.
How old are you?
11.
And she's my niece. Right? Are you my niece?
No.
Yeah, what are you?
The beautiful daughter.
Yes, she is my beautiful daughter. So we're on location right now, and my nerves are still here, but I'm still pretty calm, you see? No shaky hands whatsoever. But you don't want to see the inside of me because it's pretty shaky in there. And my mini-me is right there. She goes along almost everywhere that I go. And yeah, it's about to start. We're about to film the making of Miss Socrein. So I told you, you're getting behind the scene footage. So subscribe to CL Frequency, subscribe to Miss Socrein, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and just follow us. Because like I told you, we're gonna be dropping some Holy Ghost filled power bombs, and you don't want to miss that. So I'm just going to woosah right now, and then see you on the other side of the camera. Bye. So hi everybody, welcome. So I told you, see you on the other side of the camera. Well, this is the first episode of the making of Miss Socrein. And I cannot start the first episode without going back to where it all began. That's why I have a guest with me today. His name is George Ojanse. If you don't know him yet, just go on Facebook, go to CL Frequency, start following this man because exciting things are coming up, like I told you. So it actually started when I think about not even a year ago, but you can see things can develop very quickly. So we just want to take you with us back to how it all began, where it all began, and stay tuned. You're gonna find out.
Well, to be honest, it all began when I had this idea to organize a red carpet party. And I was at home and I was talking business, and I came in contact with this lady. Her name is Socrein. And I told her about my ideas, what I wanted to do, and she said like, okay, I can host a show for you. Are you looking for a host? And I said, yeah, I'm looking for a host. And then I also said like, okay, but we have to do interviews also. So at that day, she offered me that she wants to be the host and do the interviews for me as we're talking about Miss Socrein.
Well, it's actually very funny. For me, it all began in 2019. I saw this red dress in a store, and I was like, I'm going to buy that dress because next year I'm going to a red carpet event. There was no red carpet event planned. I didn't have any invitation. I was thinking like the movie stars. I'm just gonna buy the dress, and somehow God, you're gonna provide an event, and I'm gonna wear this dress to that event. So I think about a month and a half later, I have a very good friend, one of my best friends. She's an artist, and she invited me to this red carpet event. She was like, "Yeah, you know what? Do you want to come?" And Jordan's gonna be, and then she explained a little bit how about the evening was going to be, and I'm like, I'm in for it. I already have my dress in the closet, my hair is done. I'm like, let's go. So that's how it started for me, and I was just gonna come to the red carpet event as a guest, enjoying the music of the artist, just enjoying this new thing that is starting for gospel and inspirational artists, and just see whatever God is going to do with that event evolve. And I just wanted to be part of it as a guest.
The reason why I had the red carpet event was because, in my opinion, where I'm from in Amsterdam, I don't see enough events like this for gospel or inspirational music. So I was like, how would it be if once a year gospel artists will have a event where they can have a red carpet, come on, dress like, wow, and meet each other and connect with each other. So I never saw that in Amsterdam, so I thought like, okay, I wanted to organize something like that so I can bring all the artists and the people and musicians, everybody together on a nice moment, on a red carpet moment where everybody's shining, be the light, have a conversation, networking, fellowshipping with each other, and it came. My dream came true. So I'm like, okay, let's organize it before the year close, and that was one of my dreams. What I was thinking, like, to bring the people together.
Yes. So, you know how we women do, I had the dress and then I had the hair. Yes, sometimes I buy my hair. And I had the shoes and all the bling and everything. And I was just ready to come and just see gospel and inspirational artists, because that is something that here in the Netherlands, it's like very rare. Like gospel artists and inspirational artists, they get a platform, especially my melanin people, and this was a night, and it was a Christ founded event, red carpet, like the standard was not like here, but like way there, and my dress was already in the closet. So I thought, I don't know what is happening. I don't know who these people are. I've seen the guy that is setting this whole event together. I think I saw you once or twice, and the only thought I had is like, something is about to happen, and I just want to be at the beginning of it all. But just like I said, as a guest, just come and show my red dress, and everybody, don't worry, I'm gonna let you guys see footage of the dress that I was wearing. It was bombing. And that's all I wanted. I just want to be part of something new that God was doing right here in the Netherlands, right here in Southeast. And that was the red carpet event for me. And then I remember that in the coming closer to the red carpet event, we have similar friends. So we were sitting at the table, and it's so very funny. You were explaining about the event, and I was listening, and I was like, okay. So the excitement to be part of it grew even more. And then I had this boldness like, okay, but do you have a red carpet reporter? And he was like, oh, I haven't thought about it. And I was like, okay, hi, I am your red carpet reporter. Not even knowing what I was getting myself into or why I did it. Sometimes you need to be bold, and then a couple of months later, you're Miss Socrein.
Yeah, I can. The people that I had in mind to be interviewed were the artists who released a new single, or the artists who came there and came to network, musicians and everybody. But something went wrong technically. The recording devices didn't work, so we couldn't do the interviews anymore. So I said to Miss Socrein, like, hey, maybe we have to change this to another moment and find another day to still do the interviews. And from the one came the another, And now we're here. She's here interviewing me.
I can be very brief about the interviews on that night. There were no interviews. That's the whole funny part of it. And I still remember that you introduced me in the beginning of the evening, and then you said, this is Patricia. She's going to be the red carpet reporter. So she's going to do interviews with the artists and be asking you kinds of questions. And I was like, okay, this is cool. And when you asked me to do it, what I had in mind was just a one-time situation. I thought that on the 25th of January, I'm just gonna interview a few artists, and I'm really flexible, and wherever I can help, I'm always ready to step in. So I thought, you know what? Let's just step in. Let's help this event. I want to be a part of something that God is doing right here in the Netherlands. And then it didn't happen. And then I remember that at the end of the event, you came to me and you said, I am so sorry, but the whole evening, it was a wonderful event. Let's get that straight. It was a really wonderful event. But the whole evening, God has his own way of doing things and directing things. And then you said, but I have another setting, and I would like for you to do the 2 interviews that we were going to do tonight, to do it in another setting. Are you willing? And I was like, yes, still thinking it's going to be a one-time thing. And that whole one-time thing turned into another interview and another interview. And yes, this happens as well. This is all part of it. Welcome. Still having in mind, it is a one-time thing. It's going to be these 2 interviews in another setting. Okay, let's do it. And then a couple of months later, after working with you, and when God is putting things together and you just follow, then a couple of months later, welcome to the making of Miss Socrein.
That is very interesting to say, because I had a talk with Miss Socrein, and I got this vision, and I thought like, hey, I believe that she can do more than that, than only hosting. So I start talking with Miss Socrein and start giving her clues and hints about like, what do you think to get the best out of yourself, to do more than only hosting. And she was like, oh, that's really scary, but okay, let's give it a try. So I start consulting her, I start coaching her, start teaching her the ways, showing her ins and outs, and she started working very, 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 very hard to make it happen. And from the one came the another. She started planning the photo shoot. She started planning doing the image branding. She started planning a lot of stuff around it, so we can make serious steps towards the person called Socrein. And the last step she did was, like she said, I want to go officially, and she started her company Infusion Productions, while we can work now on an international base. And that's a little bit the story from my side, how Socrein is being developed and still developing.
All right. Well, Mr. George Oyansa, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for joining us in the studio here. Yes, first of all, what I can say is that you are an awesome coach, and you're managing me great. You are, stretching me, and so that what God has put in me, it can come out. And it is very funny because I remember that when I gave my life to Christ, there was one thing that I said from the beginning, and that's now a couple of years ago, more than 20 years ago. So it's been a desire for me for more than 20 years. I always said, I want to be the Christian Oprah. I want to have my talk show and do interviews and get into the depth of things. And now, years later, I kindly see that getting more and more into the form and getting me somewhere. And so that has been a desire that I have always had. And I can say that you are giving me, how do you say it? Opportunities to grow, opportunities to gain knowledge about a lot of things. And the last thing that you challenged me to do is kind of like start my own company. I've always had this entrepreneurial spirit, and I always wanted to start my own company, and then I stopped, and then I start something, and then I stopped. But you kind of really pushed me to my own boundaries and to cross over and really stepping out and really doing and giving back the talents to God and the gifts He gave me. And my company is called Infusion Productions, and we're making media programs, and we're producing healthy food. So if you want to know more about Infusion Production, go to CL Frequency, go to Facebook. All the information is there. So now it's just not doing once in a while interview, but now I'm Miss Socrein. And it's a awesome opportunity. It's an international opportunity. I'm very grateful to God. I'm very grateful to you. Very grateful to your wife for this opportunity. And that along the way, you are coaching me and directing me, because sometimes I can go like way too fast. And then he's kind of like wheeling me and like, oh, wait a minute, stop. Let's focus on this first and let's do that first. So that is something that I really need, because I'm really full of energy and I want to do things and get things done. And then sometimes I forget about, there's a order in which things needs to happen. So and that's where we are right now.
Thank you. We're going to close down right now. And before we close down, I want to ask you, can you tell the people what your social media channels are, and then we'll close it down.
Yes, my social media channels. I'm on Facebook, Miss Socrein. Miss Socrein. I'm on Instagram, Miss Socrein. I'm on YouTube, Socrein, and you can also find me on Twitter. I'm gonna put like my business. If you guys see my business card, oh my God, it's so awesome. But I'm just gonna put like a little snippet of my business card, and then you guys can see all my names. I'm gonna put all the links below, and so just follow us. But don't also forget to follow CL Frequency, because I'm just Miss Socrein, but on CL Frequency you see the artists, you see their lifestyle, you see the behind the scenes, you see so much more. So stay tuned for awesome things that are coming up. My name is Miss Socrein, and if you want to find out, actually you should have found out already, but how this name came to pass, then see you on the next episode of The Making of Miss Socrein. George, thank you for being here. Thank you for highlighting your side of how it all started, and see you next time with somebody else. Ciao. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's a wrap. First episode of The Making of Miss Socrein. It is finished. It is done. I am so curious. I am so nervous. This is my sidekick, my always sidekick. She's right here with me, seeing the process and being part of it all. So let's get into the editing room and prepare you episode 1 of The Making of Socrein. Season 1. Ciao. Welcome to my blooper section. Let's straighten this out first. You see? And this is also what happens at the end of an episode. And we're going to check everything. And I don't know what happened, but we're keeping this footage. Why? Just because it's funny. And then you see that everything doesn't always go as planned. But hey, we go with the flow and we show you things just the way they are. Peace out. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, blooper.